Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Naija News series. Kindly subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button, give us a thumbs up and leave your comments. Don't hand over a sick country to a sick person. Obi warns Nigerians. As the country approaches its slated general election, the candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, has cautioned Nigerians not to hand over a sick country to a sick person. He advised that Nigerians should vote wisely, noting that it would be destructive if a sick person is elected to rule in the next 4 years. Obi made the appeal in an interactive session with students of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka UNN Business School in Enugu on Thursday. The former governor advised that Nigerians should desist from voting in someone who cannot stand for 30 minutes. His words: "This country is sick and should not be handed over to a sick person. I am not saying that everyone is sick. We have been here for over 2 hours. We don't want people who can't stand for 30 minutes. If you said you will fight corruption, let's go to the road you have passed and see what is remaining there after you left. This year's election must be based on competence. This job requires physical and mental energy. It is not a retirement job." In a veiled reference to the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu, Obi said, "In United States, during elections, they go for debates. Somebody once asked Barack Obama questions that are personal, and he answered. But here in Nigeria, somebody wants to contest election. We don't know his real age. We don't know his name. We don't know the schools he attended. Nobody knows his real identity. My name is Peter Obi. I can say I went to CKC, went to University of Nigeria, Nsukka, both the VC today and DVC today. These are my schoolmates. We came into university the same year and left the same year. The people I went to school, I can see them here today, my seniors and my juniors. How come we now have people who do not have classmates? This is very important. This is all about character and people we can trust." The LP candidate explained that an honest person does not pretend to be someone he is not, and he is not afraid to tell people the truth about himself. Obi cited an example of the legal luminary and founder of Afe Babalola University, Ado Ekiti, whom he described as an upright Nigerian who isn't ashamed of his background. He said, "Ade Babalola once told me he never had the opportunity of going to a formal school. There is nothing wrong in that. There are so many people who have done well in life and never went to formal school. This country is sick and should not be handed over to a sick person." Budget deficit rises to 370%. It's 47 trillion naira under Buhari administration. With our budget deficit skyrocketing, Nigeria actually needs a physically fit president to run the affairs of this country. So Mr. Peter Obi is right in saying a sick country should not be given to a sick person to run. Let's try to understand what is budget deficit before we jump to any conclusion. A budget deficit occurs when expenses exceed revenue. It is an indication of a country's financial health. Budget deficit affects the national debt and the cumulative total a country owes to its creditors. When a budget deficit is identified, current expenses exceed the amount of income received through standard operations like from our oil, from our taxes and all that. And to correct its nation's budget deficit, often referred to as a fiscal deficit, a government may cut back on certain expenditures, that is, cutting down its running costs. or increase revenue generating activities. But under the current Buhari administration, though our value added tax VAT has been increased, the government is yet to cut down its running costs, meaning they pay more to run the government. You understand? And this has led to higher levels of borrowing, higher interest payments, and low reinvestment, which will result in lower revenue and definitely will be an Herculean task for the next administration. So Peter Obi is very correct saying we should not hand over a sick country to a sick person, because we need a think tank and smart people that can revive our economy. Well guys, that's the news for now. Kindly subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, give us a thumbs up, and leave your comments. Until next time, bye.